brave one. You were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And we all ought to die someday. Well, you were the brave one. Yeah, you were the one.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring the energy down.
Wait,
Are we ready?
You brought it to a stop, and I loved that.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's because it's crazy because I was like, I'm like in a good mood, but as soon as I know that the cameras are on, I go, never mind. I'll tell you why I'm in a bad mood actually all of a sudden.
Wait, yeah, do it.
Breaking out on only the side of my face.
How often do you wash your pillowcases?
Girl, I've been washing them.
Okay, not too much.
Yeah, I'm breaking out only on this side, and this is annoying because this is the camera side. So I put on extra makeup to cover up the big fat pimples here.
Okay.
So I know I'm gonna watch this back, and I'm gonna go, why do I look so haggard? And it's because I'm covered in makeup to cover up my pimples. That's all.
I think you look great. So
Yeah, but you're on the right side of my face.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, guys. It's a Monday. I'm off my period today. I ended my period this morning.
Okay. Wow.
8 days.
That's a lot of.
Well, 7, but
that's a lot of gushing.
It ended really yesterday. I petered out yesterday, so today I'm
petered
fresh.
out. Okay.
Off the period.
Yeah. On meds or off?
Oh, on.
Okay. Did you ever get some GABA?
Yeah, my friend came through, got me some Gabby yesterday.
That's what's
I
up.
would really like to not be on it anymore, but it's just such a horrific one to withdraw from.
Yeah, so you have to do like a nice little slow come down. Oh, there she is.
It's just the dance of meds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I love that.
It's a Monday. So, okay, we put out the prompt, which is ER stories. We put it out on either Saturday or Sunday, so we didn't get that many emails in yet. So we're going to extend the prompt so we can do more of them next week.
Mm-hmm.
So just letting you guys know that off the top. What's going on with you, Honk?
Okay, well, there's something I have to tell you that happened to me yesterday, but I have to tell it to you, not even trying to do a bait thing, but I just can't say it on the public episode because it's like, it's too hideous. But it has to do with a certain ex of mine. Ooh-hoo. And also my phone made a slideshow of almost all of our exes for some reason. That's why I texted you that picture.
Yeah, and
because my phone made a decrepit slideshow. And for some reason, your exes were in it too. And I was like, okay, well,
he's been in
good night to me, I guess.
Green. He's been in a lot of mine right now too. He's been in a lot of my slideshows.
Yeah, and then one of the last one, and then I had just like a nice like array of mine. But then okay, so I went to dinner last night at this like cute restaurant in downtown.
With who?
What?
With who?
Okay, a friend.
Okay, who?
You don't know them?
I don't know them.
I don't want you to know them. Okay, so, but an experience was had. No, it's just a person that I accidentally made out with. But okay, here's the thing. Okay. I went to dinner, and this he was the manager of the restaurant.
I was a man.
What?
You went to dinner with a man?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The manager of the restaurant comes up to me and was like, "Oh my God, Harper!" And I was like, "Oh, hey!" And he's like, "We worked this like fucked up event together." And I'm like, "What?" And turns out, I guess we had worked some Coachella event together. But the thing is, it was such a horrible experience. I blocked it out of my memory.
You sound a lot like me.
Honestly, Gab, I thought of you in this moment because I feel like I usually can remember people, but there was not an
ounce of.
And then he like sent over some stuff, and I was like, and then the person I was out with was like, "Did you make out with him?" And I was like, "Well, if he sends one more thing, then we'll know." And then guess what? He sent 2 more things. I said, "I guess I made out with him." When I was working the Coachella event. Ooh-hoo-wee.
What a night.
No, it was honestly crazy. It was so weird that I had no
with the person?
No.
You just went home after?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Kiss.
Good kiss, bad kiss.
It was a fine kiss. It was just it was fine.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Your yams are looking juicy.
Yeah, Honk?
Yep.
Is it making you want to motorboat? Are you really going to get surgery?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to get surgery.
Okay.
I would like to. I would love to. You know what? In fact, if somebody Venmoed me $15,000 right now, I would get surgery. But okay. I'm not going to spend my money on that
Okay.
right now because I don't have that money to spend.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
Now, would it be nice to have some yams? You bet. Anyway.
Well, I don't know, Honk, because I just saw a picture of myself where I thought I looked...
Here we go. Here we go. I'm actually working on a bit about this right now. It's a brand new bit. I started doing it the other day about when you're flat-chested and you tell girls with fat yams that you're like, I would love to have your tits. They always go, well, no, you don't. Actually, they really hurt your back and they don't look that good in clothes. You're lucky. You can wear whatever you want. And you're saying all of this while your fat fucking tits are like bouncing in my face. And I'm going, oh, yeah, is it so hard? You can't tell a big
Okay.
you can't tell a big titty bitch that you want her tits. It's like that whole thing of
Okay, now you're running the bit.
it's
Okay.
no, I can't even do that. I hate when people do that.
But you want to know what? You at least just, because I'm sorry, we were going to stop your little train really quick, but you literally, you're like, oh, I'm working on a bit about it. And then you went into your bit and okay, honestly, not mad. But here's the thing. You and I have this friend that he will just automatically start, he won't say like, oh, I'm working on a bit or, oh, I have this joke about, he'll just be like, so cars go fast, am I right? And you're like, shut the fuck up.
I feel like comedians do that a lot, where they
It's
will just
so
start
ick.
working out bits on you, and you're like, can we actually not?
It's so ick.
But it's like, it's kind of giving the same thing. Okay, and people are really going to come for me for this, but just hold on. I have to work this out in real time. Hold on.
Okay.
It's the same thing when a flat-chested girl tells a girl with big tits, and this is not part of the bit, this is just what I'm saying to you right now.
Okay, is this real?
Yes.
No, it's a bit.
No, this is not a bit.
Okay.
I could never say this on stage. I get canceled. So I'll just say it on the internet, or it'll stay forever. If I tell you have big tits, these big titty girls are always like, no, it's not that great. It's the same kind of energy
Oh, no.
of when girls who are overweight,
There it is.
when they'll like make remarks about their own body and they'll be like, I'm overweight. And then women who aren't overweight will be like, you look great. And they're like, shut up. I know what I look like. It's the same energy.
You're saying the flat-chested girls are the same as the...
Are the same. It's the same energy as when girls who are overweight acknowledge that they're overweight, and then people try to like coddle them, and they're like, "No, it's good." And they're like, "I'm telling you that I know that I'm overweight."
Okay.
It's the same energy of when I go, "I wish I had big tits," and then big titty girls go, "You don't need."
Okay.
No.
Okay. Then you know what? Then I will be cognizant not to erase your experience.
Yeah, you accept it. Except that you have big fat fucking yams,
Except
and
let
go,
me-
"It's pretty nice."
But you want to know what's not nice? And yeah, this is my experience now. Okay,
Yeah.
we're waking it up. Guess what? I was getting blasted the other night, and my yams were knocking around everywhere.
Blasted like sex or like
yeah,
drunk?
I was having sex done to me the other night,
Okay.
and my yams were just jiggling and jangling everywhere, and it was annoying. And I'm sorry, it was painful, Gabby.
Is it painful?
Yes, it's painful to have these big squabblers just all around, and it's like I don't even know where then like my fucking nipple ring like knocks into something. I'm like, Jesus Christ, because I'm a woman in my 30s, okay? Like they're not sitting where they were in my 20s. They've kind of migrated.
Well, you know what's even worse is when you have little tits that do that too. My
They
tits,
jiggle and jangle.
no, my tits are getting saggy, and I don't even have enough tit to be saggy. So then I
it's
just have these,
it's the nipple.
yeah.
like,
So I just have these little like fucking weird. I can't, dude. I can't.
like a baby bottle.
No, like a tube sock with a lime at the bottom of it
Why did you have to say a line?
because they're small and they like.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, honey.
Anyway,
Well,
so you.
it looks like we all have pain.
Lee, what's your pain? Butthole too nice. Okay, we got it.
Yeah. My dick's too big. Butthole's too nice.
I just got
Guys,
sad.
guys love to say that.
I bet you couldn't even take it.
Do you like anal?
Never done it. Haven't been able to
That's
get
not
it in.
true. You have done meth on the streets of Venice, and you haven't done.
I haven't done anal to another person.
Really?
Yeah. I can't get it in. Tried. Too big.
Hey,
I just got angry.
not Lee having a fat dick.
But you want to know what?
Ew.
It's like short and fat. It's like this light up here. It's like a pancake. It's like a button, a big button. It's a big flat button. Look, can I just wiggle on in here? Let me just scooch on in there.
Yeah. It's like when you take a big poop, but it's like not a long one. It's just like too wide.
It's like fat in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
not-
that's why my asshole looks the way it does, Lee.
Okay.
Never forget when we showed him our assholes and he looks at me and he goes, I can see why you're insecure about that.
And then for mine, he goes, it's not,
That's not that bad.
well, you were just sick. And I go, no, that's me after being sick. He goes, oh, really? Oh.
Well,
Yum. Okay,
What
I
else
just want to
is-
say,
yeah.
there was some people, after we showed Lee our buttholes, I had so many DMs from people I had made out with being like, did you really show it to him? You didn't even show it to me. And I'm like, why the fuck would I have shown it to you? Anyone say anything? Okay. Why'd you just shut down emotionally?
I just have a lot of, just like it's a lot for me. I was thinking about all of the responses and then why people would even suggest that as an option. As if people are like entitled to seeing your butthole after making out. It's just like, okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Wait, girl. This is actually fucked up to say
Yeah.
on air, but who cares? Okay, he'll never listen to this. Okay, so one of our friends
Okay.
just was, I guess, like went on 2 dates with this girl.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay. So he just went on 2 dates.
I'm getting revved up.
Well, I hope you should, because I want you to get angry at this, because I got goddamn angry. So he was, we were hanging out the other day, and he was like, oh my God, I got ghosted by this girl. And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. And I was like, well, like, tell me a little bit more about that. And he was like, well, she was just mean. I was like, yeah, what'd she do? And he's like, well, things were going great. Like, we went on 2 like amazing dates. And like, it was awesome. Like, she planned the dates. And I go, oh, okay, well, already we're not off to a rotten start. He's like, and then I ate the bitch out. And then she's had the audacity to like, not even like want to see me again. And I was like, what? So that's not, and then apparently he ran into her at a show.
Is she a comic?
No, wait, what?
Is she a comic?
No, she's not.
Oh, thank God.
No, he runs a show, and then she.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then she was there like with a date, and then she sends him a text afterwards and was like, hey, just want to let you know. This is actually crazy that I'm spilling it all out, but
She
it's kind of funny.
brought a date to a show that he runs.
But she didn't know that he was going to be there. Yeah.
Nasty.
But you know what? They did meet at one of these shows. So actually it goes back around. Okay, but just wait. Because it's interesting that you're already going for her, because I'm more on her side. But okay, so then she sends him a text and she goes, hey, just want to let you know. This is actually, okay, this is boring.
No, go. I'm invested.
Oh, okay. Well, then she goes, hey, I just want to say that I had fun with you. I think you're really funny. I did start dating someone, so like more seriously. So I'm going to like see this through. And I hope it's not weird. Like, I'm still going to come to this comedy show, And then he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I think that is weird to knowingly go to a show or like to certain shows that like he does.
It's also weird for another reason. It's weird to love stand-up that much. To be like, I'm going to keep coming to these stand-up shows and bringing my day. Like, that is so weird. Stand-up to me is like something that you go and you see like once in a while. If you're a fan, they do those shows every week.
Yeah, it's like a movie. Like, you don't go to a movie every week, It's like,
yeah, right.
I don't know.
Well, depending on if you're like
you
a
go
film.
out. It's like a night out.
Yeah, it's like once a month. You're like, oh, this comedian is.
It's like going to a concert. I would equate more to a movie.
But honestly, it makes sense if like it's somebody's produced show and they have a different lineup every time, and it's somebody supporting the show. That's honestly what you hope for as a promoter.
It is
like that you build a show that people want to come to because
true.
of the show.
And
But
he
I still
built
think
such a
you're
good
weird.
show.
I still think you're weird if you love stand-up that much. I still think you're so weird. If you're like, I gotta
That's
go
so-
see stand-up every week.
You don't want fans.
No, you literally
You
don't.
don't want one fan.
I love that. That never even occurred to me that was. I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of weird. The thing that stuck out to me was he's like, I fucking ate the bitch out, and I go, is that what we're quantifying? Like, I don't know, like the return of a date. Like, oh, I did this. It's like so transactional.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that to me was what was weird. But I like that you're like, no, yeah, call her bitch, eat her out, get mad, get her out. But going to a stand-up show, that's the line of the stand.
Yeah, it is. And
No, it's not, dude.
yeah,
No,
wanting
you're
to
wrong
see
as
stand
hell.
up that badly is just like, whoa.
Well, it's not like she goes like, every single day.
Well, she's making it sound like she does.
She
and that's
doesn't.
that's making me mad.
See, and this is why you're a pick-me, because you always are gonna like try and side with the guy. You act like a man-hater, but you're not.
Listen. I'm sure he also probably didn't eat her out very well, and who knows.
Well, she had to plan both of the dates.
Yeah, so like she is justified, but I will say she's weird for wanting to see that much stand-up and being like, I'm gonna go to the shows that I know.
Like she's seeing it every single day. It was like in the span of like a month.
Yeah, and to be like, I'm gonna keep bringing dates. I don't care. I'm gonna keep
She
showing
has a
up.
boyfriend now. It's one
Hey,
date.
go to another club. I don't know.
No.
And they are great shows. I'll tell you this.
They're
Those are
great
great shows, and I obviously having fans is great, and we couldn't do it without.
Okay, you're giving chapel. You literally are giving chapel. Well, don't come. All right. And then you're
It's like me telling people not to comment on things, being like, don't go to stand-up shows. No, we need it. We love it. I love it.
Rules.
Yeah, I have a lot of rules.
Okay.
And obviously I love it. I obviously am constantly seeking validation. Obviously.
Mm-hmm. So it's
To be
okay for
somebody
you,
who
but it's not okay for...
Right. That's
Okay.
right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Cracked the
It's okay
case.
for me to think these things, but it's not okay for people to get upset when they hear it. You know what I mean?
Thank God I shared this story so we could unearth this. You're welcome, you
So
guys.
now I've got some more enemies, and that's it.
Okay. Hi, honks. Sorry to pause the episode. If you could please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and dare I say, subscribe to us on Spotify, we would immensely appreciate it. It's how we grow this podcast. And if you want to see Gabby and I live, we are doing a show together May 24th in San Diego at the Yellow Door Theater. And then I will be in New York May 6th, which is a Tuesday at Union Hall. Okay, bye, guys. You want to know what this episode's giving? It's giving...
It kind of is giving that. And wouldn't you believe it?
Hey.
I've got a diarrhea so bad right now.
Well, I'm jealous. You guys, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. I have not been able to shit today. And it's weird because I've been up since 7:30.
One day, and it's cursed.
The last episode that we recorded, I couldn't. This is like becoming a pattern. I'm on Ozempic.
Do you think you get nervous when you see Lee and all of your shit when you know that you're going to see Lee, all of your poop gets stuck
And
inside
I
of
start
you?
thinking about his pancake wide, like long button dick. I start getting really nervous.
It can't fit. It's too big.
Don't worry, it's wide, but it's short.
Yeah. No, it's very short.
And
it's very short.
And you know what they call that? A chode.
But this
Dude,
one's longer.
Bring that back as an insult. Calling somebody a chode. That's so fucking funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, sure is.
Do we have anything you guys want to read?
Well, we do, but let me just tell you, and I know we talked about this a little bit. This was inspired by we did like a medical misdiagnosis episode.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And this one was inspired by that show, The Pit, which I just finished it. Did you finish it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
good, dude.
It's so good.
Dude, I need to get on it.
Oh my God. It makes me want to watch ER. Did you watch ER?
A while ago.
Well, now I want to watch it because I'm like, I need something to tie me over until the next season of The Pit comes out.
What about
So-
Grey's Anatomy?
It's not as procedural as
Yeah.
Okay.
as The
It's
Pit.
very medical driven. It's not like drama.
Not like, how dare you fuck her? Scalpel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pit is wild. It's just like okay, so each episode is an hour long, and it's supposed to be what it's like in an hour of working in an ER. So the full season, like the 15 episodes, is just one shift, and it's so intense. And it's just all of the things that are happening in an ER and how quick things are moving. And it's just like, you have no idea what's going on, but you're just like, whoa, how do they do this?
You had no idea what was going on.
I mean, do you understand medical jargon?
They describe it pretty well.
Okay, they don't. No, as if he went to fucking medical school. It's like they're saying all of these words. They're like things that you don't understand about blood types and blah, blah, and blah, 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 and you have the instruments that you have to do and the way that you have to fill up.
He just wanted to
yeah.
sass you. Like, look at how smug he is.
Yeah, I pretty much understand what's going on in an ER.
Gabby.
But do you get it?
I got a fat dick and I'm a doctor.
It's like,
You got a short pancake in
then
your
you
pants.
fucking go clock in at the ER on Vermont Avenue where all the fucking homeless people go. Go there and see. Put on some glove up. Glove up
I'm
since
gonna
you're
scrub
so
in.
yeah, since you're so
my
well
God.
equipped. Go.
But that's how bad this healthcare system
I am
is.
well equipped.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. But I bet if you went to a shitty ass hospital, you went to like the fucking Kaiser on Vermont, you could just probably walk in and in scrubs and be
Right.
like, all right.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, boys. I got this. But you know what? Netflix tried to come out with their own version of it. It's called Pulse, and it's bad. It's
Really?
so bad. It's all CGI, and all like the body stuff is all CGI. And
Okay.
it's like way overacted. It's really bad.
Yeah, there's something so captivating about everything in the show. It's like it's so well cast.
Yes.
It's so good.
Okay.
Oh God, it's so good.
I like the autistic doctor.
I love Mel.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Is that really Bryan
Yeah, it's his real daughter.
Oh, shit.
She's so good.
She was really good.
We love Mel. You know who
Yeah.
sucks is the one.
Jesus Christ.
Such a bitch, dude.
That's
in on that.
literally crazy.
Anyway, you guys, this is my endorsement to watch The Pit. So good.
Okay, girl.
Get into it, Honk. You'll get fucked up.
Honk, if I talked about a show you weren't well versed in,
Yeah.
you would be asleep,
I would.
making fart noises,
I would.
and you wouldn't have been engaged. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, but you were a little bit engaged because you know deep down that you want to watch it.
Okay, that's true. All right, you called me up.
Not Lee being like,
It's just you didn't know what's going on.
we'll pull up one scene from that show. And if you can explain to me what the doctors are saying about the way blood is oxidizing and the tools that they have to get. We have to intubate the patient because his breathing is tacky. What are these things? What are these things?
You obviously know more than you think you do. You're able to repeat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense.
Makes sense. They're speaking English.
You want to know what? No, because I don't like that. I don't like that. They're speaking English. It's like, yeah,
which I still
Lee,
barely
But there's
understand.
words that you don't understand. You don't. And you want to know what?
Yeah.
One time I was in the room with my mom when we were having a doctor's appointment, whatever. And my mom, like the doctor was like telling my mom like what was going on with her heart or something. And she stops the doctor mid-sentence and she goes, yeah. I don't know what you're saying. You need to explain it to me like a human being because I didn't go to med school. So how about that? And I was like, at first I was really embarrassed. But then the doctor was like, oh, okay, here you go.
But you know what? Throw Lee in there. He'll go, I get you, doc.
Lee would have been like, shut up, bitch. I got
Lee
this.
would go, oh, my breathing's tacky. Yeah.
I got a short, long dick.
Yeah, I got a
and
short,
know
long
it's-
dick.
Or no, a short, white dick.
Yeah. You short, long dick. Yeah, doc, you got to intubate me? All right.
Yeah. Game on.
ER story. Let's go, Honk.
Okay, honk.
Dr. Lee over there.
I'm on to you.
That's the worst thing that you can say to someone. And I tried to say it to my friend the other day, just like throwing it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we try this, but like I was like, yeah, I'm on to you. And she's like, on to what? I didn't and I go, okay.
I literally need to buy these shoes. I can't stop looking at your damn Zapatos, and I need them.
Yeah. Well, do you want to be president or probably not?
Yeah, no, I was going to put it into Google and buy it. Okay, go on.
Yeah, probably not though. Okay, yeah. So ER story. Hi, honks. I'm a fucking idiot. Well, then you
Okay.
found the right podcast. When I was 22, I woke up one morning after a night out drinking, feeling like my whole body was pulsing. My heart rate was insane, and I felt like I had been drugged. I immediately knew something was wrong, so I woke up my roommate for help. She agreed it sounded like I had been drugged because I couldn't calm down.
Should have called Lee. He would have known what to do.
Yeah. Here, we're going to drop Lee's number at the right here on the screen. Okay. Lee. Okay. She agreed it sounded like I had been drugged because I couldn't calm down. I was twitching and felt high as fuck despite only drinking the night before. I thought someone had slipped an upper in my drink. We walked to the Sherman Oaks Hospital. Their ER
You
is
walked? Wow.
Well, she had so much energy because she was going up and away.
Right.
She had to go get it out. What? Okay. Their ER is rinky-dink as fuck. I had a meltdown when they tried to take my blood pressure because the arm squeezy thing freaked me out. Lee, do you want to tell us what the arm squeezy thing actually is in medical terms?
A blood pressure cuff?
Fuck. They decided to give me an EKG. Lee, what does EKG stand for?
It's for your heart, right?
Yeah, it's like electronic. It's something kinetic.
I was trying to think of something funny with the letters EKG and then I couldn't.
But it measures your vitals.
Erection.
Knowledge. Gooch.
I'm not even going to look it up. I don't care.
I had an EKG and I don't know what it is. Okay. They decided to give me an EKG because my heart rate was so high. The EKG nurse looked like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, and I lost my shit.
That's funny.
That's funny. I couldn't stop laughing at this poor man who looked like a 15-year-old cosplaying a doctor. His white coat was too big for him.
No.
I was acting like a crazy person, so the nurses agreed I may have had some street drug in my system. After many drug tests, they told me the only thing that was in my system was weed. I was shocked. I had no idea how I got weed in my system the night before. My roommate was so annoyed with me. I was causing scenes
so funny.
at the hospital. She said, honey, I'm auditioning for the pit. Okay. That Monday at work, I was telling my coworker about the experience. I was out with her that weekend and asked if we had smoked. She said no, but she saw me throw back a whole bottle of 5 milligram weed mints. I immediately remembered doing that, thinking the bottle was regular mints. I must have had about 150 milligrams of weed in my system, at least. I thought they were just mints. I was afraid to tell my roommate it was my fault, so I told her there was a man at the bar putting THC oil in women's drinks.
Stop.
She had no follow-up questions, shockingly. I still feel bad for that little boy man I laughed at. I think about him often. Thanks, Honks. Love you in the pod.
You can say you laughed at him, but guess what, sweetie? He's a doctor. He is doing just fine.
I think it's fun.
I'll tell you this. One time, I feel like I've talked about this on here. Maybe I haven't. Joy, when she was living with us, she made the strongest, I don't know, she would always bake weed shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And she left some residue, I don't know, weed butter. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. Anyway, she left it on one of the cooking sheets.
Yeah,
and
didn't she leave brownies out?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
that a different time?
Who knows?
Okay.
But I used the same sheet to make something on. I don't know. Whatever. And I remember laying in bed that night and my heart starts racing. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was so scary. And I was like, oh my God. And I felt so insane and out of my mind. And I was like, oh my God, I ate something that was on that pan. And I call her. She's up in her room. And I was like, did you wash that fucking pan? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you made weed stuff on there, right? And she goes, no. And I was like, yes, you did. And she goes, why? And I was like, because I ate something and now I feel like I'm high. And she goes, oops.
That's classic Joy.
Tried to fucking deny.
So
It was
funny.
horrible. It was horrible. Being high.
Not oops.
Horrible. I wish I would actually love to get her on the phone because I know that she has some horrible stories. Her mom is a nurse practitioner, and she has her own practice. And I know Joy has seen some awful things.
Some gnarly things.
Matt LeGrand's ex-boyfriend told me a story.
Yeah, at Millie's about the.
Were you there?
Yes, girl.
About the guy who put.
Yep.
What was it? A crystal ball up his asshole.
Yeah, it was a crystal ball up his asshole, and he said it's actually very common.
So my stepfather was med tech in an ER. It was a second job.
Juicy.
And he said that every day, every single day, multiple people come with stuff stuck up their butt.
It's so funny. It's usually men.
Yeah.
And they're too ashamed to say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
And they always say I fell.
Yeah. I tripped and fell. I don't know how it got into.
I was just going for my nightly stroll and then oop.
Now there's a screwdriver in my asshole. Ouch.
Wait, were you with me? Who was telling us about the guy who got a cucumber stuck up there?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's crazy though because your asshole is just once you put something in there, it just sucks it right in.
Vacuum. Lee, something to think about.
I wouldn't know.
Your own asshole.
I just got a deep, dark rage that rumbled inside of me.
He's got so confident being. No.
You want to know why? It's because something happened last night.
It's just a bit.
No, it's okay. Yeah, okay. And
all
also,
of a sudden, it's just a bit.
how mean are we that you're feeling good about yourself today, and we're like, "Fuck you."
Hey, I'm not. And
When was the last time you felt good about yourself?
Trick question.
Probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, I'd say probably about the same for me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Before my mom got her grips on me.
I'm going to be honest.
Wow,
even as a young kid, I didn't feel good about myself. There was something dark in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think I had a couple of cheerful times as a child, but the last time that I really was dude, I feel fucking good.
I think
maybe a couple times in high school when I was having fun with my friends. But since I've been like in my, like after I turned 18, I don't know if I've had one.
No, I'm just kidding. I kind of fucking crushed my 20s. I was kind of the man.
Why? Because you were on heroin?
Yeah.
And you want to know what, Lee? I was just thinking, I was like, the last time I felt like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure is when I was on Molly and acid.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, this, I'm feeling it. And it's feeling good. Okay.
Yeah.
But even like my earliest memories as a child, I felt so uncomfortable in my body and my skin. And so like, ugh.
Yeah.
So
it's so real.
That's why I had to take drugs.
Being alive is like kind of horrific.
Fahim Anwar said, I think it was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
This podcast is about as big as his. So.
Yeah. Bigger, some would say. Joe Kent. No, okay. But anyway, he said on his podcast, he was like, I realized one day when I was in a coffee shop that I struggle with just allowing myself to exist as a human. He was like, I needed a stir, or I needed something for my coffee cup. So I needed to like make my way over to the little station, but there's people standing there. And I remember just feeling like full of shame that I needed something.
It's so embarrassing.
And I'm like, I've walked into coffee shops and just been like, I shouldn't be here, and like walk out.
So real. It's so real. It's so like existing is truly so embarrassing. And I would love to exist one day in my life knowing what it felt like to just be like, fuck yeah, I fucking deserve to be here. I'm awesome. Like to not even have a single thought, an ounce of doubt. Everywhere I go, I'm like, I should just go be inside of my apartment.
Sometimes sometimes when I'm like walking down the street, I'm like, am I walking weird? But also I had an ex that always said that I ran weird. So now it just like has kind of bled into.
Who doesn't run weird? Running, everybody
do?
Looks like a dork when they run, dude.
It's you. Yeah.
Why is running so inherently dorky?
It's so dorky. And then imagine.
It's so dorky. Where are you going?
And hey, Gabby. Then
where are you going all fast?
Also, where do you need to be?
Dork.
Just go for like, I mean, even like jogging is like, I think as normal as you can go with like, just like, don't go for like a full on, like whenever I see someone sprinting and like they're dripping in sweat, I'm like, what are you training for?
Nothing.
Stop.
They're training to forget that they're alive. And I do get that. Sometimes if you run so fast, you'll just kind of forget, like you defy time and space.
Yeah. And sometimes if you run a little bit too fast, your big flopping tits will just start hurting, and that's really hard. And you should be cognizant of that. Okay. When you get your boob job. Okay.
It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm never going to get a fucking tit job.
I want to get a clit job. So it's like as wide as Lee's dick. And then we can kind of like battle.
Dude, I tried
to elongate it.
I tried masturbating this morning just because I like haven't in a while.
Mm-hmm.
What a bummer.
Did you bust?
Yeah, but it was horrible. It was like one of those horrible ones. It was like one of those
Porn?
ones.
Or
No, it was
imagination?
in my head. It was horrible. It was one of those ones where you're just like, I just got to do this to like just get it out of me. None of it felt good.
Are you good? Hey, are you fucking good, dude? Because this is like kind of like, what?
I've been on my period. I have this cold sore. I can't have sex.
You have like the aura of like a 75-year-old like street woman.
You don't ever masturbate and think like that was a horrible experience.
No, sometimes I do get sad after it, but the way you just were depicting, you were painting this story.
Do you ever do?
Just do a quick check-in.
You force yourself to completion though. You're like, well, I have to finish.
No. I mean, I guess like sometimes I have, but like honestly, the last time I was jerking off, I did not honestly like it. And I just stopped. I was like, no.
Yeah, you can't let yourself think about too much. You can't let yourself think about it, really.
Yeah.
If you start thinking about what you're doing and you're like, this is so...
I kind of like went out of my body and I just was like, I don't know, I just became very cognizant of where I was in my room. I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I'm like,
yeah, I know. And you like, you look around your room and you're like, who am I?
And I was like, what even is...
Piece of shit, dude.
What is there even to find hot anymore?
No, there's nothing.
No, there's nothing.
Okay.
Well, we got to fill time. We don't have a lot of stories.
Well, I'm sitting on a good one. Also, Honk, Do you ever? Maybe we can't talk about it in the public. Okay, I have an OF question for you.
Okay.
Maybe it's too raunchy. Is it? Okay.
It's up to you.
Okay. Then you're gonna hate it. Okay. Do you ever like use a vibrator on OF, or do you only use dildo?
Only I used to use my vibrator, but then I realized that like I'll just use a dildo because it's like the vibrator is for me.
Yeah.
Okay? That's for me.
Yeah.
When I'm using it on there, I'm like, you guys don't actually care about watching me sincerely come. And the way that I come silently and violently with a vibrator.
I can only imagine you're just straight face.
Locked in, yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Just,
Eyes closed?
Yeah. Eyes closed. Just sinking, just
Yes.
like ever evolving
Yes.
within yourself, just ever folding.
I don't like the hands.
It's like
Mhm.
it's like a trip sequence where you're just shrinking into nothing.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's not attractive.
That's a woman's orgasm.
It-
in a
no, it
nutshell.
is. It's
That's
not
literally
hot.
a woman. A guy's like, whoa.
But then-
And like women are like, I have to silence like generational trauma in order to like
Ancestral
bust.
trauma.
Yes. Literally, I have to like soothe my bloodlines, like like whatever
Yes,
issues.
all of the women that have been in the past, all of the women that you come from that like inevitably were in order for you to exist. It's like,
yeah, I have to feel that in order to come.
yeah, you do. You do.
I have to cease to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. In that moment, I have to be like kind of become one with like my ancestors that have come before me and that are going to come after me. Like I have to just kind of like we all have to like kind of become one and be like,
Yeah. I agree. I get it.
yeah,
And that's where porn has ruined things for us because men think that women have these big, like, extravagant orgasms where they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah. But that's not what it is. It's a very like
it's
But-
like
but it's like
there's
a
like a
silent-
rage that comes
Yeah,
out.
it's a rage.
There's like almost like an anger and like a
Yeah.
disgust.
it's a silent rage.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not using my vibrator on OnlyFans.
Okay.
I'm using a dildo and I go, I'm gonna come.
You talk to them. See, I don't like to talk to them. I'm like scared of them. I think I need to start acting.
Decide.
What?
I need to start acting more on OF because I'm like, I feel like they can sense that I hate it. I'm selling them I'm selling it to them real. And for the people that are really into it, I go, that's concerning.
Yeah, it's true. I just like, I'm so sick of the people that like, I got one this morning where a guy was like, send me a video. I send it to him. Then he doesn't buy it. And they do this all the time where I'm like,
I very rarely will I send out. I honestly mostly just send out. Maybe that's like bad to say, but I only send out mass messages.
it's like for new subscribers, you know, who like I haven't gotten a mass message to yet. And they'll be like, send me a video. And I'm like, okay, here you go.
Mm.
They don't fucking buy it. And I'm like, one guy this morning wrote me and was like, it's so gross. It was like, yeah, I would love to feel you in real life or something. And
You won't.
then I like scroll through the messages and I'm like, I've sent this guy so much content and he hasn't bought a single thing. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't know. Girl, I don't know.
If you want me to at least pretend, if you want me to like flirt with you online, buy the content. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
do
at least that. Come on.
Yeah. I'm not going to be giving it up. I'm not going to say, yeah, it feels so good if you haven't bought a $6 picture.
Girl, I literally can't. I've screenshotted this to you. Maybe that's also bad to say. I'm really kind of on something nasty today, I guess, whatever. But there's this girl on my OF who is always asking me to lower the price. And I'm like, this is my vagina. I'm not going to lower the price of my fucking vagina. Do you understand? And then there's always like some fake job that's being, I don't even, or maybe it's real, but I'm like, sweetie, I'm sorry that that's what you're going through.
Yeah, they love to tell you that they just lost their job and they could you lower the prices for them? And you go, no.
And I go, honey, if I was in a giving
And you go,
place,
this is my job.
I wouldn't be doing this for my job.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're all cogs in the machine.
Oh, I have to go live on it today. So I'm going to have to just do that while we're sitting in here because I can't do it alone.
Why do you have to go live?
It's part of the
It's
contract.
part of the contract for
you
OF.
have to like, in order
For the
to get my
taping.
full payout for them, I have to go live 2 more times. So I need to do that while I'm sitting with you guys because sitting alone in my apartment, being on OnlyFans Live is so embarrassing.
How long?
2 minutes.
Okay. We'll do it on Patreon.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, let's read
And we
the
love to
story.
see it. Okay. You're going to read Baby Doctor versus Sex Worker Sponge.
Now, what could any of this mean? I know my big fat coochie's showing.
Shut up.
Baby Doctor versus Sex Worker Sponge. One day, back when I was still smoking ice and eating ass for cash, sounds like somebody Lee would love. After being up for a few days making bank, I realized I forgot the last time I took out my sponge. What's a sponge?
A sponge is like something you put in to absorb period blood so you can still fuck on your period. I know because I follow a sex worker on TikTok.
Like a
It's not
Just
a
a
kitchen
regular
sponge,
sponge?
Gab.
Yeah.
No. It's like it looks like a beauty blender, kind of.
like what are the doctor scrubbies? What are the ones that have like the faces on them?
Yeah, like
Mr.
a
Daddy
Scrub
Scrub Daddy, yeah.
Yeah. It's a scrub daddy.
It's that. I literally tried everything. Trying to pinch it out with my 10 centimeter long acrylic nails. Stop. Literally a long ass kitchen utensil. I even did. This is horrible. I even did the foolproof insider tip of literally squirting an entire bottle of water up there. That makes it swell so it's easier to remove. Good for tampons too. Ladies, take notes.
Okay.
This
This is a medical podcast.
This is
sweetie.
horrible.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Oh, your pussy's getting fucked up while you're doing it. Anyway, I'd like you to imagine this, okay? I'm on all fours, happy baby pose. Is that like down dog? What
No,
is-
happy
Happy baby's on
baby
your
is
back.
like this. I can't do it because of the mic. It's that.
Okay.
But I thought she said she was on all fours.
Oh yeah, I thought she said she was on
But
all
she said
fours.
happy baby.
Yeah,
She
I
did. She said
know.
I'm on all fours, happy baby pose. Oh, she's like doing all of the
Yeah,
poses.
she's rolling around. She's rumbling
I'm on
and
all
tumbling.
fours, happy baby pose, squatting,
See?
coughing, in my shower, essentially trying to push out my insides,
Oh, God.
cooked and puffed the fuck out. I decided to forget about it and leave it for tomorrow.
Girl.
She said, you know what? I'm going to
She
take a
said,
nap.
a bitch is tired. She literally just like rumbled. She played
Jesus.
Twister by herself. She couldn't get it. She said, Mama's got to rest.
Yeah, she said, you know, yeah, this is a job for tomorrow.
She's like, this is part of me now.
The next day, I haul myself to emergency, not really knowing what else to do. I luckily didn't have to wait long, but Lord have mercy, I don't know why I was given the fucking freshest, youngest goober of a doctor. Young.
Okay.
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 I swear he was shaking, LOL. He puts in the speculum and
Lee?
starts I like this. He puts in the speculum and starts poking and shoving around the sponge
Yo, dude.
with a fucking popsicle stick. Okay, this is Lee. This is if Lee walked down to the nearest clinic. This is what Lee would do.
This is what Lee does in his apartment.
In Australia, we call them paddle pulps. Paddle pulp sticks. Okay.
Oi.
I'm not even joking. Like a 10 centimeter flimsy ass piece of wood. He then proceeds to do this for 5 minutes before he must have realized maybe he's got the wrong tool for the job. He then leaves the room
I'm gonna myself.
with my legs still up in stirrups, speculum still in. Oh! Cervix just out there blowing in the wind.
This is so barbaric, and this is an attack on women. This is
an attack on
that's
women.
not fucking okay.
It's horrible. Imagine.
What an insensitive. Like you do not leave a woman like that.
It's horrible. It's so degrading.
And it's so degrading.
Getting
It's so
a pap
painful.
smear is degrading enough. Getting a pap smear. I hate pap smears.
I don't get them.
They're horrible.
They're not real.
Ooh, I hate them. I hate them.
No.
Ooh, I hate them. Ooh. When you put your legs up and they put the clamp in and then they get the
with like the duckbill thing, and they crank it open,
they crank it up, and then they get the
and they go like knocking around there with a fucking drumstick, and you're like,
with the long Q-tip, and you
Yeah.
can feel it like swabbing on the insides.
this is just gonna hurt for 1 second.
Oh, it's horrible.
And then
Oh,
it's a
it's
man
horrible.
doctor, and you're like, how do you fucking know?
Ooh. Okay, so
Girl, I hate it.
yeah, it's a nightmare. Okay, so cervix blowing in the wind and returns what felt like an eternity later with forceps and very easily plucks the fishy, rotten meat sponge out.
The rotten. Okay.
What are forceps?
Like little tweezers.
You're really trying to get a job.
I know he literally is. You're hired. Wait, Lee, take my IUD out if you're such a boss because I need this
he
out.
would love to.
Let me get in there.
Ow! No, never mind. I'm over it. I got over it. Ew, okay.
Fishy, rotten meat sponge.
I hate that.
That's so gross. Meat ass sponge out. I know it's not an extreme story at all, LOL. It's pretty gnarly. I wish you had taken a picture of it. And for people writing in about impaled assholes and whatnot, a little stinky sponge is a little drop in the ocean. It's still gnarly. I've recently been going through it and experiencing fucking ego death. I have been spending so much time on my own and only came across your pod recently and have been binging.
Cute.
When I listen, I feel like I'm with my girls. Oh, cute. Laughing hysterically. I honestly didn't know American people could have such solid banter and be self-deprecating. You know what, honey? Honestly, they can't. Look at our country. Thanks for being a representative of hot, weird, mentally ambiguous, intelligent, and hilarious baddies. I love you all.
What are all those little stickers?
Now I'm screaming because this is the most mentally ill thing I think we've ever gotten. You just put a bunch of bitmojis of yourself. Lee's
That's
not looking.
so funny.
Look at how she signed off. That's so mentally ill.
I love her.
That's so funny. All of those bitmojis. It's a cute bitmoji.
It is a cute emoji.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Damn. That's horrifying.
Ooh, here's a Grady. Well, I hope it's great. Pregnant, homeless, schizophrenic, frontline worker story. We love a frontline worker story.
We do.
You guys get the real good. You get the goodies. In another life, I would have done that. I would have been like a paramedic or something. It's so tea.
Okay.
The tea, the drama. Ugh, I live for it.
Uh-huh. But I don't think you could have because you'd have to be off your phone. It'd be too hard.
That's true. That's true. Go on.
I'm reading it silently.
Me coming.
Yeah, I was giving you guys a little preview of my OnlyFans. Okay. I need to fake it on there because I'll come and be like, and that's the end. Okay. Okay.
A disgusted look.
Okay. Hey, not considered a frontline worker, but in healthcare as an ultrasound tech. When I was in school for ultrasound, I had clinicals at a hole-in-the-wall, high-risk OBGYN imaging office.
Ooh.
I had a reoccurring patient who first came there because the county hospital in Oakland refused to see her anymore due to her trying to punch a doctor.
Oh.
Why? Because she was pregnant, homeless, and schizophrenic.
Well, it's full gamut.
I know. Triple threat. While imaging her, she sat up and said, "This is real. This isn't pretend. This is happening to me. Do you understand?" Honestly, that's pretty much how I would react if I was pregnant too. So she was so freaked out by the baby on the screen.
Oh.
That's sad. At that point, I had my instructor who ran the office come in. He asked her, "Aren't you excited?"
Oh.
He was out of touch, to say the least.
Yeah,
She said,
literally. Come on.
Yeah, literally. Okay. She said, "No." He replied, "What? Why not?" To which she replied, "Because I'm homeless." It was so heartbreaking
Because
to
I'm
hear.
homeless, schizophrenic, and on meth.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not excited.
And pregnant. Yeah, it's like, okay. Now being in the field and knowing other ultrasound techs from all around the area, you hear a lot of fucked up shit. My best friend works in Oakland and she gets so many babies who have been born in camps with no prenatal
Terrible.
or postnatal care. Homeless women, women on drugs, etc. It's so devastating to hear and to see and hear about. I wish these MAGA motherfuckers who breathe so much energy into pointing the finger at immigrants and Pizzagate and anti-abortion movement put that energy into helping women and children like the ones we see on the daily.
Because you want to know what they'll say, though? They'll just be like, well, they shouldn't be homeless and they should get a job.
And you shouldn't, well, then they're going to also back it up too about the pregnancy. Wow, I can't speak and I love that. About getting pregnant. They're going to be like, well, if you don't want to get pregnant, then you shouldn't be having sex at all. And it's like,
And you go, really? Because they're homeless and I'm shut up.
I'm sorry, if you're homeless, you 100% should be having sex because there's nothing else to do and you need to make it enjoyable. And you can quote me on that. Okay, just kidding. Okay, on a lighter note.
It's true. I can't.
No, it's so hideous about how like they want to ban abortions, but then like the second that it's also like how like they push the military on people, and then like the second that you get back from the war, you're so psychologically fucked up, and they're like, well, figure it out.
Well, yeah, because we just raise people to be like little war machines. We're like, we just need you to serve our country, and then we don't give a fuck.
On a lighter note, we also have to scan balls and vaginas all day, every day.
Fun.
Once I had to explain to a woman that for her pelvic exam, I would have to do an endovaginal ultrasound. Her immediate response was, "You're going to have sex with me?" I didn't know what to say except, no. But also, we are shoving a probe up there. So anyways, send positivity to imaging workers because we are also traumatized. Love y'all, even stinky ass hentai Lee. Stinky. Oh,
wow.
Lee. Okay.
I mean, even like it's a good little taste of. I want more stories like this. So you guys, please send us more. Even if you don't work in the ER, any of this shit, we want more.
Since we're doing this so early and we didn't really give people enough time to get their stories in, let's just do a round 2 next week.
Yeah. This is a little teaser taster.
Yeah. So send your stories in especially if you think you have something wilder than you heard here today.
Any of this stuff.
Also, I really love though that like at least like some of these homeless women are able to get some sort of care. Like that's so sad.
Yeah, they some of the most horrific stories I've heard are from people who work like nurses and doctors who work in like low income areas at those kinds of hospitals.
Yeah.
The shit. I love these stories. Also, it like really I don't know. There's like so much. I think it's important to hear these stories because it really is like the parts of humanity that we neglect or like try not to pay attention to. But like at the end of the day, everybody needs healthcare. Everybody needs to see doctors. These things happen, and we should be talking about it because it's like I don't know. It's real.
It is real, honk.
It's real.
Okay, and that's real.
It's real.
And this has been Tea Time. Bye, guys.
See you on Patreon.
You were the brave one. You were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And we all ought to die someday, someday. Well, you were the brave one. Yeah, you were the one. So we all ought to die someday. And probably not from smoking one of your cigarettes.